Hey, everybody, what's up? This is your buddy Chuck here with another exciting episode of your favorite podcast. We hope this finds you well with Rob and Chuck. Here's our good friend here, Rob. Rob, are you there?
I'm here, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, my God, this is amazing. It's been so long since we did this.
It's been kind of shamefully long.
So our last episode was released on February 18th of last year, which was our Lord's year 2017.
Yes. Yeah.
We are now into the year of 2018. I have no idea what the date is today. Do you?
I'm going to say, let's go with the 26th.
That sounds at least pretty close to where we are, so we'll go with that.
Right on. Yeah, so it's the 26th today. So it's not been quite a year yet, so
Not
that's
quite
a good
year.
thing, right?
Yeah, that makes us still a legit show here on in the podcast world. I think that's how it works.
Then it's official, and I think we should go with it.
And we are with it.
Well,
What's new with you in the past year? What can you tell our friends?
what's new with me? Not much, man. Started with a different company, still doing the same deal, plumbing and whatnot. Different end of it, but it's equally challenging. A lot of driving. I drive all over Kingdom frickin' Come all day long, which is interesting. But that's about it, really. I'm 33, married, work a lot. I don't have new interesting things.
Yeah.
Really.
Same here. Not much has changed in my life either. Just, go to work every day. I got my classes a couple nights a week, and that's about it. All work, no play. It makes Chuck a dull boy.
Oh, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of play.
Not as much as I'd like, but so we just finished our taxes, or I should say Jenny just finished our taxes because I don't even look at that. But,
I'm not allowed to. I'm not permitted. I'm not grown up enough for that shit, dude.
Yeah, Jenny's our bookkeeper. So we just finished our. She just finished our tax income return, all that stuff. See, I don't even know how to talk about it, but you know. She just finished all the paperwork for that, and we are very excited to announce that we're officially middle-class people. We are
Whoa!
We are out of the lower class bracket.
Hell yeah!
That's kind of exciting. That's like the most exciting news in my life right now. But
That's a beautiful thing.
Good. Making decent money. Jenny's making decent money doing her thing, and we're working our way up. So I feel good about that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Moving on up like the Jeffersons and shit. Chuck, I'm proud of you. Me and TL are actually both looking at going back to school, which is pretty interesting. So she's going to be getting her master's, and I'll be attempting to go to college for real for once. So that'll be interesting. I'm looking at doing like online classes and stuff first, so that should be interesting. Not overly computer savvy, so it's going to be a lot of me testing out a keyboard, I'm sure. I'm excited for that. I'm like legitimately 33 going on like 95, dude.
Yeah.
All I want to do is wake up, drink my coffee, go to work, flick off a couple young kids for driving like assholes during the day, and go home to my awesome wife and watch some stupid television. Like, I've been binge watching this shit out of Always Sunny lately, and
that's
just
a great show.
God damn it, dude. Like, you can hop in at any point and any time in any season and just damn near piss yourself laughing.
You can watch any episode anytime. You don't need to start at the beginning. You can start right in the middle if you want.
Oh, yeah.
There's no storyline you need to follow. If you just need a laugh, put that on.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Like, it's been,
Like you were saying about like computers and stuff. I think I brought this up on our podcast before, but like we have laptops for our classes at the apprenticeship. It's like a whole different ball game doing work on the computer. So I wish you luck in that respect.
yeah, I'm not, well, I'm definitely, like I just said, I'm becoming like a grumpy old dude, early in life. So I'm not overly excited about going and sitting in classrooms. I just think the online classes, as much as possible, would be the absolute best for me. And then I don't have to stop working, and that's ideal, because I'm one of those people, man. Like, if I have too much like downtime, too much time sitting still, it's fucking hell for me. I'm such a hyperactive person that like not working a lot is not ideal for me. That's not how my brain works. I can't handle it. So if I were to like ever just go back to school, it'd be a fucking death sentence. I'd have to work full time and go back to school. I think that's the only way I'd be able to handle it.
Yeah, it can be rough, but you're a smart guy, and
Easy.
I think you are a smart guy, and you can handle it for sure. It might be a little bit of a learning curve, but you got it. You got that shit.
Well, thank you. Thank you for those words of encouragement, Chuck. I appreciate that.
Before we go any further, though, I do want to give a shout out to we're gonna do some plugs here, because that's what we do. So we mention this every episode, but our buddy Ryan McCormick does his podcast, The Fireside Chat, and his latest episode, which was a couple months ago at this point, but he gave us a heck of a shout out, and
sure did.
He kind of wished us back from the dead. So Ryan,
here we are, baby.
Here's your wish. Your wish is granted, my man.
It's for you, sweet pie. I miss you.
We're back. We're back. We're recording. Hopefully, no, I know between this episode and the last episode, we're right about 11 months. Less than a year.
Okay. We're shooting for like 9.5 or something.
The one before that was 5 months, and then
okay, we're getting worse.
Those first 3 we banged out pretty quick.
Young and excited.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were just babies then.
Just babies then.
We banged out in like a 2-month span, which was pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully we can get into this and hopefully do it. I'm hoping at least a monthly basis we can record something here, but we'll see how it works out.
We can get a little bit more of a format to it, more formulaic, you know what I'm saying?
We know this is only for our personal entertainment, and nobody's actually listening, so we'll do what we can, and if anybody has any ideas for us, that's where we run into trouble sometimes, is coming up with different things to talk about to keep people interested. But we're gonna try, Do some other plugs, Rob.
Do some other plugs. Who are you giving shout out to, Chuck? So we have. Oh, you know what? Dom went on to Facebook. When was that? That was after the last time you posted. How long ago was that, Chuck?
Dom. That was back in December, before Christmas time. I went.
That was the last time that we were supposed to record. That's right. And he had asked us. He gave a question for us to talk about.
Yeah. That was back in December. I had it right in front of me, then it went away. But here it is. Yeah, I just went on our Facebook page back in December, and I said, "Hey!" 3 exclamation points.
3 of them, because it's fucking serious.
Just to see if anybody was listening, and Dom liked that post, so then I called him out and I said, Dominic Yossi, name a topic, and we will discuss said topic.
Ooh. Call him out. Call him out, Chuck.
So, Dom, this is for you, buddy. Dom posted for us, with it being Christmas season, which it
was.
It's not anymore, but it was at the time. But we can still hit on this for sure. Favorite toys you received, favorite toys you wanted but never got, or just favorite traditions?
That's a solid fucking question for December.
That's good. Very good.
And irrelevant to talk about now, one would think, except for the fact that I love thinking about the awesome gifts I got when I was a little kid. My favorite gift that I got the entire time when I was a child was my Ghostbuster Proton Pack that I got when I was, I had 6 or something like that maybe. And I had like the Ghostbuster trap. It was fucking badass. It was like blue plastic with stickers.
With the foot pedal that would flap the doors open.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we had one of those.
Yeah, that was my all-time favorite gift because I was obsessed with Ghostbusters when I was a little kid. Ghostbusters and obviously just like every other boy, Ninja Turtles.
Didn't you just make a Halloween costume with a pretty hard proto pack? Why don't you talk about that?
That was so there's 2 ways of doing that, and it's really ridiculous that I know this, but so you can go online and just buy like the Proton Pack, and if you are nerdy enough and have deep enough pockets, you can buy ones that are exact repops of the first pressings of like the Proton Pack that they use in Ghostbusters, the first movie, and you can actually buy it by piece, little pieces, and put it together. It has light kits and has where you can hook like an e-pen to it, or like those e-cigarette deals, and it'll steam out of the sides of it and shit and all this crazy stuff, and it costs like fucking $2,500, and I wanted it so bad. But my wife is a whole hell of a lot more frugal than I am, and a lot more conscious when she spends. So fortunately, I've learned over the years that if I bounce something off her that seems ridiculous, she'll let me know if it is. And the $2,500 Proton Pack is insane whenever you're 33. So I went another route. The Spirit Halloween place, like at the mall, they pop up in like the abandoned stores and stuff.
They pick a vacant space and they
yeah. At one point in time, over the past like year or so, they were selling, I think it was like 80% size scale vacuum like models of Proton Packs, and they had like kind of like rudimentary light systems on it and the wand and everything. But so I bought one of those and kind of modified it and painted it up and stuff and put it on an Alice pack to make it look more like the backpack deal that they had. And I really got to have so much fucking fun nerding out, buying like the exact right elbow pads and shit like that. And dude, this is the coolest part of all of it. So we're stretching a good ways back now. That was Halloween. Which did we talk about? When's the last time? No, that was 10 months ago. Shit, never mind. So this is still news. So TL, my wife, she's freaking awesome, and she knows Halloween's my absolute favorite, and it's hers as well. So we always kind of like theme our costumes together because we're a married couple, but we always try to make it like rad, not lame, like a lot of couples will do, or lame in my opinion. But anyway, so she dressed like a ghost. Like had like this really cool outfit, looked all pretty and whatnot. And for this Halloween party we were going to, and then so I dressed as a Ghostbuster. She's Ghost, I'm Ghostbuster. Obviously, it makes sense. So later on in the evening, everyone's dancing, having fun at this party. She goes and throws on this blow-up Stay Puft Marshmallow Man costume that no one at this party, there was, dozens of people or however many people there. She comes walking out, and she's got this big costume on. You can't see her in it. And she just starts dancing, and everyone fucking lost it and laughed and shit. So that, on top of the question of what my favorite gift was, I got to relive it like 33 years old, so that was pretty fucking awesome. So I was excited to talk about that.
That's great.
Yeah, dude, it was super cool. So I still have it. So eventually I want to make like a wall mount for it and like have it hooked up to some kind of a battery or something like that will make all the lights work and everything on it while it's just chilling on the wall like in my music room or whatever.
Nice.
I think that would be pretty fucking cool. I always wanted to get like memorabilia from like remakes of movies and shit that I loved when I was a kid, like in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the canister of ooze.
Yeah.
I just found it online, dude. These people making it, and it's like something that you just put on the wall or whatever. But it looks like it's like dripping ooze and it's like all lit up and shit. It's really fucking cool.
Awesome. That sounds like really cool.
Heck yeah. So what was your favorite gift you got when you were a child, Charlie? Think back. We were friends since we were some pretty young kids. So I remember a lot of the rad stuff your parents got you when you were kids. Because I'd come down and play with it.
Well, Christmas time. Something that I remember the most was it wasn't me who got it, but it was my brother who is 7 years older than me. He got a Super Nintendo on Christmas.
Oh shit!
That's very memorable. I remember playing. I think it came with Super Mario World. So we played that, all day, all night for months.
You guys were serious gamers when we were kids. You and your brother would just sit there, and my cousin Joe. I remember coming down to your house so many times, and Joe's there, and he's just playing video games with your brother.
Oh yeah, Joe was always there.
Hell yeah! But I always was so jealous because even when we were kids, dude, I'd like to watch you guys play. It was awesome. I can't tell you how many fucking hours I watched you and Billy Orban play. What was that game? Tokyo Extreme or Tokyo something?
Yeah.
Remember that shit for PS1 or?
The one we really played was Tokyo Extreme Racer 3 for PlayStation 2, which
was PlayStation 2?
Yeah, it was basically every teenage boy's dream. You get all these foreign vehicles and you soup them up and you go racing on the streets of Tokyo. That was a pretty cool game because you could modify your cars however you wanted and make it different colors and put stickers on it. Was
this before or after Bow Wow made that terrible movie?
Before.
It was before. It was before.
You talking about Furious?
Yeah, wasn't there like a Tokyo one that Bow Wow was in?
Tokyo.
Drift.
Yeah, Fast and Furious 3. That was the third installment, which was called Tokyo Drift.
Charlie with the Wikipedia file and shit.
Which, if you know your Fast and Furious is actually a prequel movie, if you go chronologically.
Really?
Boom, I just blew your mind. Yeah.
Damn, I just got learned.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift is the beginning of the storyline. I can't remember names right now, but the Chinese guy or Japanese guy or whatever he is.
Charlie.
The Oriental.
Oriental? Jesus fucking Christ.
The Oriental rug.
In the room, that's what I hope you're talking about, yes. Yes, correct.
Well, he's the guy in the other movies that ends up dying at some point. I don't know. I'm losing my timeline here, but that's not important. Yeah, it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel. So I remember watching. Getting back to what we were talking about, I do that. Let me laugh and start. I do that so constantly. Like I'll start talking about something, and I'm trying to get into detail, and I'm thinking in my head, what the fuck am I talking about? But I used to watch
let
you
me
guys.
throw this in here. I have no prejudice against anybody.
Oh, come on, you don't have to do that. Anyone who's listening to this knows us and knows you better than that, man. It was solid and fun.
I'm a dick.
So, I remember there's just hours and hours and hours of watching you guys play that, and like, you guys were good friends. You know, I was like, dude, you want to play? And it was always, no, I'm good. And I don't know why that was with video games. Like, I can watch people play it. I mean, sort of. But it just, when it comes down to me actually physically ever playing video games, I never got into them. And I don't understand why. It has, like, storyline and everything else that I typically like. I just never had the attention span for it. I've got an Xbox 360 that I don't know if I've ever put even 10 hours into, and I have a pile of games and shit. And I look at it all the time, and I'm like, ooh, just like I was just talking about, there's a Ghostbuster game in that pile. I'm like, oh, that Ghostbuster game, I should play that.
Well,
and then I don't even bother hooking it up.
Back in the day when we were just playing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Genesis,
right.
There were more games back then that you could just pick up and put down, play for 10 minutes, and, you know, it was fun. Most games nowadays are, you know, you got to get involved. It's a commitment. So definitely involves the attention span you were talking about. And
that attention span that I'm lacking. Yeah, that goldfish attention span.
That's what you need.
I think that's probably why I've always liked like the snowboarding, skateboarding kind of games and stuff like that, because you can pick it up, play, and it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have to. Or like anytime I always loved like the Grand Theft Auto games. I would buy those back in the day. And all I would do is instantly go online and like write down all of the cheat codes, get all the shit, and just walk around and make chaos happen. That was the coolest shit ever.
I remember you had the code so we could get like the tank and the helicopter.
The tank would drop out of the fucking sky and shit. No wonder why we have psychos in this world.
The cops on full force after you, yeah.
And you'd be like R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, A, B, select start. And then the cops would just disappear. It was fun shit.
But, it's like instant chaos, so it's a lot of excitement.
Yeah, that's you know, it's got to be something fucking shiny. Otherwise, I don't really pay attention to it so well. So that's why those games always worked out. But I'd watch you guys play, like you, for instance, would always play fucking Final Fantasy, and that shit.
Do you want to get into that right now? Do we have 5 hours?
You weren't just into it. You were and are or whatever obsessed with it.
I live and breathe Final Fantasy. I actually.
That's interesting.
I'm kind of sad because Final Fantasy 15 came out on the PS4 and Xbox One about probably a little over a year ago. And I haven't gotten to play it, so that's kind of disappointing to me because it looks like a really cool game. But yeah, those games, you know, you absolutely have to have the commitment because most of those games, the main storyline, if you just go through, play the game straight through, not doing any side quests or anything, you're looking at least 40 hours, if not more.
Fuck you. No way. No way.
When you want to level up and get everything, get all the items and all the best weapons and armor and magic and all that shit, you're probably looking at over 100 hours of game time to get everything.
Simply don't have never. Even when we were kids, man, I just feel like, nah, I'm gonna go outside. Like I get it though. Like I always would like look at it and be like, no, I get why people are playing this, but just like, no, fuck this shit. I'm going outside.
No, I loved it, and I love like even now like we got for the boys for Christmas the Nintendo Switch, and there's a new Mario game.
Oh, that thing looks sweet.
It is. It's pretty awesome. But there's a new Mario game for it called Super Mario Odyssey, which is just your typical Mario game. You go around and you collect. Well, if you remember in like Super Mario 64, you go around and you collect stars for everything you do.
I do remember that, yeah. Watch you guys play that game like crazy.
So this one, it's basically the same. They're not stars, but they're called power moons, and they're to power up your Odyssey, which is basically like a spaceship kind of thing to travel you from world to world. So even with games like that, like I don't just sit there and go, oh, well, here's all the moons I need. I'm going to go to the next world now. I explore every inch of every world before I move on, and then I go back and do it again to make sure I found everything that's there. I don't know. It's like some kind of weird, like, I don't know if it's like an OCD, but it's like a real detail-oriented thing that is just in my mindset, and I can't change it. I don't know.
Man.
I don't know if it's a problem I have.
No, it's fine. This is why we've been friends for so long, because I need people like you in my life, detail-oriented, you know, like able to just see it through to the end. I'm such a flighty, flaky fucking person that, like, I need people to keep me in. So people like you are absolutely fucking necessary to my world. That's for fucking sure.
Well, it's like we were talking about just before we started recording, like, about our podcast. I'm the tech guy, and I'm basically your moderator on the podcast, and you're our storyteller. And I just lead you in the right direction. So we need.
Oh, I'm glad I have you since we were like fucking 11 or some shit. You haven't killed me yet, Charles.
Hey, I love you too, buddy. Let's move on a little bit here. So we just started a new year.
Yep.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions, or what do you think about New Year's resolutions?
So like the past entirety of my life, I've been overweight. So I've always been like that dude that's like not for real, like not even really dedicated enough to like get the gym pass and buy the gym shorts. I already had the gym shorts because they're like my favorite fucking thing in the world to wear because they're comfortable as shit. But instead of like, I'd be like, I'm gonna get less fat. Like if I can get less fat this year, that'd be sweet. So that was always my goal because, you know, fucking shoot for the stars, right? So over the past couple of weeks, year or something like that, I did lose some weight, and then so now it's to continue to be less fat, but I have a goal of to get to a certain weight before next year. So, and it's a reasonable goal. So it's not too. I guess it's like the first one I've ever made like a for real resolution, but I guess it's not one really in reality. It's kind of half-hearted one. Just dipping the toe in the water to see what a resolution like.
You're on a pretty hardcore diet. What's your diet exactly? I know you cut a lot of stuff out, but what are you doing?
It's kind of weird. It's on you hear about it a lot on different podcasts, like the Rogan podcast and stuff. But it doesn't work for everybody, obviously. But it's a ketogenic diet, so it's a lot of high fats, medium proteins, next to no carbohydrates, and no sugars. And I've had some pretty good success with it, so that's been pretty cool. Fortunately, like a lot of the foods, like so you're supposed to eat high fat, so a lot of avocados, and I eat a lot of like cheeses and shit, which some people don't do so well with the dairy, but it doesn't affect me so bad. So, but yeah, so I've been able to eat like a lot of like great stuff, like the stuff that's in tacos, but I can't do the taco shell. So it's like it's not so bad. But it's fucked up, though, because, like, the first time you have a burger without the shell, you're like, what the fuck is this?
You've lost a lot of weight so far. How much weight have you lost at this point since you started? When did you start this diet? It's been over a year, hasn't it?
It's been over a year, I guess. I think I may have started in November-ish or something like that of last year. But, I've lost a good bit of weight.
That's good. You feel better when you're moving around and doing shit? You feel like
To be fair, no. I was hoping that was going to be, that was kind of the bummer of it, right? I was hoping, because I was pretty overweight, so I was hoping I was going to, feel better at work, 'cause I'm a plumber, so I'm, moving around a lot and, getting underneath houses and fucking having to squeeze in between places. So I'm fucking not having a big gut should make this, all kinds of better. It really doesn't fucking make much of a difference. It's a bummer. I was like, damn, no, I'm just getting old. Well, all those aches and pains that I thought, were from being overweight and shit, that's just because I was old. Or am getting old.
Okay. That's good.
Damn it.
I mean,
my back hurts. Oh, it's because I'm fat. No.
And,
thanks, buddy.
Something. But you're doing a hell of a job sticking with it. I can tell you that much. Most people don't last that long.
It's simply just in reality, it's because my family has a lot of history of. My family has a lot of history, for that matter, of heart issues and things like that. So I didn't want to, go into my 30s and into my mid 30s or whatever, heading on that fast track of having the same fucking problems. And my wife works on it in a cardiac intensive care unit, so she'll come home and tell me stories, about things that she sees, and people sometimes will come in and they'll be around my age having serious fucking heart issues. And it's well, why? Well, he or she probably ate like shit or what have you. My wife would never say that because she wouldn't be that mean that ate like shit. So you see that kind of stuff and it's just oh fuck, I'm just setting myself up for failure in that. So if I can stack the odds and not get it, that would be ideal. Have those same issues, just because of just being too relaxed. So that was kind of the reason I went for it. I'm never going to have that 6-pack unless, well, not never, I guess, but that's not the goal. It's just to hopefully be healthier. That would be cool.
Yeah, well, keep up the good work, buddy. That's awesome for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty easy not to cheat nowadays too. There's so many there's so many good options out there. If you want ice cream, you can still go get ice cream, but it just don't taste the fucking same.
Yeah, there's definitely options out there, but I still I think about it sometimes, but still I go to Sheetz in the morning or Get-Go or whatever. I still end up picking out the worst shit for me. So you're doing better than I ever have or probably ever will.
Nah, if you want the change, you'll just make it. You're just one of those people. You'd just be able to do it. It becomes like a fun challenge after a little while. At first you're down here we don't have Sheetz, we have QT. That's, I think it stands for Quick Trip or something like that. But so they're real nice gas stations, and you go in there and oh shit, hang on one second. Say something. Talk.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I got totally. I thought I heard my doorbell. I was like, damn, that's fucking weird. If there's someone at my door this late at night and as far out as we live, that's weird. I'm sorry. What was I saying, Charlie? My fault, man.
That sounds good. Is there anybody there, or you feel all good?
No. My dogs would be going ballistic. It must have just been the television in the other room. Sorry about that, dude. I was saying about you went to Sheetz. Oh, the options. So, fortunately, the Quick Trips down here, they have a lot of good options. So, you can get those complete cookies or Quest bar or things like that they have. So, it's hard not to make those impulse buys though and just be those donuts look fucking fire right now.
Yeah, and they always do look fire. I don't know. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions this year. I don't know. I don't really buy into it too much. I know, last year, I think I tried to quit chewing, but that didn't work. I mean, I know it's all it's up to me, of course, and I failed myself. But I don't know. I don't see the point in it. What it's just another day. What's the point of if you're gonna make a New Year's resolution, you can make a resolution any day of the year.
Well, that's a valid point. Obviously, there's no disputing that.
I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's a good thing for people to try to get a fresh start at whatever they're doing. But
it's just a way to wipe the slate clean. You know, it makes you feel kind of good.
Yeah. So we'll leave that at that then. Before we go any further, I want to mention that soon all of our episodes are going to be available on Spotify. So that'll be
awesome.
That'll be nice for people, especially to listen on their mobile devices. We'll let you know when that's ready. I'll put it up on our Facebook page. We also now have a Twitter account. You can find that on Twitter. It's just at Rob and Chuck. That's our Twitter.
Aw, that sounds like a hashtag Rob and Chuck. Like we getting married, Chuck.
It's not gay, but it sounds gay, which is okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's a little bit gay, and that's okay too. Yeah, our episodes are going to be up on Spotify. I'll notify the people when that's ready for you. Should be within the next week or two. So,
and that's all thanks to Charlie, by the way, Mr. Technically Inclined.
So Ryan from A Fireside Chat also helped us out on our Facebook page. I asked earlier tonight. I asked for a topic, and nobody replied to that. So I called Ryan out by name, and thankfully he replied. So he gave us some stuff to talk about here.
He's a beautiful man.
His first question for us: if you could bring one musician back from the dead, who would it be? Rob?
Oh, shit. That's a heavy-duty question right off the bat.
There's one
he came
that, pop into my head right off the bat. But,
wow, that's it. Go ahead. You seem like you're more on the gun. Go for it.
Well, I'd say the first two that pop in my head are Kurt Cobain and Tupac. But I'm leaning more towards Kurt Cobain because I think Tupac, as good as he was, and he was, in my opinion, the all-time great of that era of rap and hip-hop. But I think he would have faded out pretty quick either way, like a lot of rappers do. I don't believe so with him. I mean, we got Snoop and Dre who were tight with Tupac, but they both faded out. They're still around and they're still somewhat relevant, but they don't make the same music they used to.
Yeah, they just kind of make money in different ways now. It seems like what most people do. Whenever they get enough money, they're just, how can I get this without having to jump through all the hoops?
That's what we're all trying to do, to be honest.
Fuck yeah, hell yes.
For that one,
so you're saying Kurt Cobain?
I'm leaning more towards Kurt Cobain, I think. But then, I think about Foo Fighters and David Grohl and all that. But I think Kurt Cobain could have. I think his career could have spanned a pretty good long. At least, I'm sure he would have went pretty good at least into the early 2000s for good music. What do you think?
I think so too. I probably. Oh damn.
Because you have some artists that they hit it hard for a while and they put out some really good stuff, but a lot of people fade out. But then there's a handful of people that just last and they keep making music.
Yeah, but they kind of keep riding on the coattails of what they did in the 70s or some shit like that. No one goes to see the Rolling Stones to hear their newest song, Everyone wants to go there to hear the freaking bangers, You're going to hear fucking Brown Sugar. You're not going to hear what fucking Mick wrote last week on his island. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Can I throw this out here real quick? If you're going to see the Rolling Stones, I don't know the last time they toured. I know they have in the past.
They're touring. I think they're on a tour right now.
Well, that's fucking bullshit. If you're paying $500 to see the fucking Rolling Stones, then what I have to say to you is fuck you. That's a waste of money.
Well, that's your opinion.
I just can't fathom spending.
You can't accept it.
No, I don't accept it. It's ridiculous. Once you get up towards $100 and over, it's like, no, that's not worth it.
I don't think I've ever spent $100 even on a ticket.
Yeah, like I've spent a lot of shows in my life, most of them at more intimate venues, and some of the.
That's a good way of saying dives.
Some of the better ones I've seen were probably like $10. But I mean, I know it's a different thing altogether.
Altogether, yeah, correct.
With a lot of the music we listen to compared to this arena rock, you might call it, but I couldn't fathom spending that amount of money on to see a band.
If you rose them from the dead or some shit, like, you know, if
like
you
this
could bring,
show is.
Oh shit! If you definitely like, oh man, I guess like. Fuck. My back's from the dead. I really don't know.
So what about you?
It'd probably be like either. I don't know. Like it might be cooler if I could modify rather than bringing them back from the dead. Go back to see them play. I'd want to go see. Oh fuck, that's even more difficult. No, I made it worse.
Okay, well, forget that.
The most blank off the top of my head, Jimi Hendrix. Boom, done.
Okay, all right. Now explain yourself.
Explain myself? I'd bring him back from the dead, but I would want him to be the dude he was when he died. You know what I mean? Bring that dude back from the dead till now. And allow him, with that kind of mind and those minimal resources, you know, they didn't have all the pedals and all the craziness back in the day. They just turned the amplifiers up hot as a motherfucker and screech their guitars, you know, like they turn the gain up like crazy. It would be really fucking mind-blowing to turn a dude out with that kind of a mind on what they have now as far as like software and pedals and the types of guitars and the types of amps and all the different shit that I barely even can scratch the surface on understanding. Putting Jimi Hendrix in front of that would be pretty fucking incredible, I think. So like allowing to just sit back and watch him just fuck around in a guitar center for a couple hours would be pretty amazing.
So you want to be passed out on the lawn at Woodstock, and you want to wake up to the national anthem screeching on Jimi Hendrix's guitar.
I mean, listen, I listen to all kinds of different music and stuff, but is there really like... Is there really anything more epic than that, though, in reality?
No, that's pretty fucking epic. I can't argue that at all.
Yeah. I just, when I was a little kid, that shit moved the shit out of me. So I really, ever since, you know, hearing it from my Uncle Bob, in reality, I'm pretty sure he's pretty much the one that told me about all different types of music. But after hearing that when I was a little kid, that shit was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, that's when shit fucking really changed.
I don't want to cut you off too quick, but
cut me off, damn it.
We got quite a few things on this list here, so let's
keep it moving. Let's roll. What do we got?
So the next question is, if you could eliminate one song from history, so you would never have to hear it again.
Mambo number 5. Mambo number 5. Mambo number 5. Mambo fucking
really?
Number 5. Fuck that song and its fucking ass. Angie Lou Bega. I see you, motherfucker.
Wait,
that song.
He's on a commercial now. Have you seen that?
I don't give a good goddamn, Charles. That song haunts my dreams.
Money off that song.
Fuck him and his mama. Like no, I don't mean that. But that song. Anytime you go to a wedding, that shit happens. Fucking I hate it with a side of hatred. But at the same time, a fun memory just popped in my head. I just imagined Artie Sinclair dancing to it, so maybe there is some fun memories of that song in there somewhere. But
there's a saving grace to that song.
Somewhere in there, he made me smile during that terrible song. I'm sure at some point in time in our life. God bless his soul.
Artie just saved the Mama number 5.
He may have.
That's a tough question because there's a lot of bad songs out there. But
you know what? You know another one. Sorry, not to interrupt, but I want to hear your opinion on it. So the other day I was feeling very 90s, right? So, which is a weird thing that I just said out loud. So anyway, I go on the Spotify, which we will be on soon, people. And I put on like 90s music or some shit like that. And Glycerine came on.
Oh.
You remember that song?
By Bush?
By Bush, right? And when I was a little kid, you know, I had my curly ass hair. Remember that shit, Chuck? I thought Gavin Rossdale was the coolest dude in the fucking world. Like when we were little kids, I thought he was cool as shit. That motherfucker right there. Then he ended up marrying, you know, your celebrity crush, Gwen Stefani. Thought he was a dope motherfucker. The other day, I listened to that song, which in my mind I had remembered being a good song, right? That shit is garbage, bro. The worst. Do me a solid. Whoever is listening to this, God bless you, by the way. Go back and re-listen to that song. Oh, it's terrible.
Glycerine. Glycerine.
Needed more. One is less. That kid, fuck you. God damn it. As I remembered it being really good and it was terrible and it bummed me out terribly.
I'll have to go back and listen to it because I like it.
Or maybe it's Scott Statt's fault or whatever his name is from Creed that kind of ruined that voice type for my ears. So now I can't go back and take any of it seriously.
I understand that. So, like, if you could eliminate one song, like, the first song that pops into my head, which isn't really my personal opinion, but it's gotten a lot of crap over the years, is Bop by Hanson.
Chris Midas. That made me think of Chris Midas instantly.
Honestly, I mean, it's a weird song, I guess, but I honestly don't have a problem with it, but that's the one that popped into my head. If I could eliminate one song, I don't know, because I like a lot of music. I like pop music more than you do.
Yeah.
And, I can't really think of anything. It would probably, if I had to pick, would be a country song. There's a lot of this new country that.
Oh, Charles.
I like, you know, I grew up, my parents listened to.
Hell yeah. You went to Garth. You saw Garth in concert, didn't you?
Yeah, I was in 7th grade, so I was probably about 12 years old or so.
That's badass. I wish I would have got to see him. He was one hell of an entertainer.
My parents took all of us. They
Damn, that would have been a hell of a lot of money on tickets, man. There's a troop of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, we went down to the Civic Arena, and that was the last tour that Garth did before the one he did just a couple years ago that sold out like crazy everywhere.
That was the 1996 Ain't Going Down tour.
I think he ended up doing 2 dates in a lot of cities because it was selling out that much. But yeah, I saw Garth, but it was like, so Garth is good. I like Garth, and I like some of that 90s country, but there's a lot of this newer stuff. Like, I don't really like, what's that band? Florida Georgia Line. Say it
one more time?
Florida Georgia Line. That's
for Christ's sake, yeah.
That's one of these new pop country bands, I guess you would call it.
Makes me sick.
So, if I could eliminate one song, it would be a whole band, and it would be Florida Georgia Line. That's my choice.
You know what? I say I move. Let's do that. Let's eliminate them. Not them as people. I'm sure they're great people, but the music is terrible. I live in Texas, and I tell you, Charlie, there is so much. 2 things, 2 sides of it. There's so much good country. Red dirt country is like a type of country they do down here in Texas, and it's really good. It's a lot more old schooly. It's still a little bit of like the pop feel, but it's not so bad. But I can't do the pop country. I cannot do the honky tonk, padonk, donk, and all that other shit. Makes me want to kill myself. I fucking hate it.
Tractor and
oh, she thinks my tractor's sexy. Fuck you. I just want to hang myself.
Cold beer every day. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. In America, booting their ass and all that other good stuff. I get it. I hear your battle cry to rile up the people who you're just extorting for money. I hear what you're saying, Toby Keith, you douche.
All right, let's move on here.
Sorry, I get upset about Toby Keith. Fucking
no, it's
his ass.
It's quite all right. I understand.
Except for "Should Have Been a Cowboy" was a dope ass song he did in the '90s. Just saying, go back and listen to that one.
Who was that?
Toby Keith, 1990. I'm lying, say 96. I really don't know what year. He did a song called "Should Have Been a Cowboy." This is when he still had like a perm mullet and shit.
Toby Keith is okay, and I don't mind guys like Tim McGraw.
Oh yeah, Tim McGraw's shit, and Tim McGraw's a real liberal, so.
But like, it's like that's like the borderline right there. It's like the Tim McGraw and the guys around that era of his popularity. It's like after
what's another? You're right though. That his bracket there is where it starts to go downhill. It's after you get through the Tim McGraws and you move into Kenny Chesney's. That's when you want to just take that Mossberg 500, put it right up underneath your chin, and just blow your brain fucking smooth the hell out of your head, rather than go to one of those shows. That's what I'd rather do.
Wow, we just went deep.
Oh, I hate Kenny.
Yeah, I'd put that bracket. I'd put like Tim McGraw. This is a terrible conversation. I'm just gonna move on. I don't want to talk about country music anymore.
Sweet, let's move. What's the next question?
The next question we have here is, which musical artist do you think is criminally overrated and or underrated?
Oh.
So you can do one or the other. You can do both.
I'm going to do overrated because I'm a dick.
Right. I'll do underrated.
Damn. You do underrated. Go right now.
For me, we're going to go back to 90s pop rock.
Right on.
Criminally underrated. I'm going to go with Third Eye Blind. I know a lot of people like Third Eye Blind for what they have heard on the radio. But if you listen to their albums,
it's great.
It's that much better. And actually,
good call. Good fucking call.
I'm going to do a little Google search here on Third Eye Blind. From what I remember, they are actually one of the most financially successful bands in the history of music. So, I
would like that to be them, actually. I love that band.
What do you have for overrated? While I look
overrated, that's probably... There's a lot of that, actually. Like, a lot of people, for me, a lot of people like a lot of stuff and really make a lot of stuff into a big deal and parade it around as if it is like some kind of a big deal. But like, Coldplay, which I know this is such like an unpopular opinion, they do nothing for me. Like,
I would disagree with you on that. I like Coldplay.
I know, and they have everything that I typically like in music. You know what I mean? Like, I do like that mellowed out, you know, really, really melody-driven, beautiful music. And make good music, it just does nothing for me. Also, so they're overrated, in my opinion.
Dude had kids with Gwyneth Paltrow, so they're doing something right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I know they're good. I know but to me personally, they're overrated. I know that's like the unpopular opinion, and I know it is what it is, but it's just, you know, I'm sure you've had those bands that like everyone really, really, really digs, and then you realize, well, it didn't really do shit for me. You know, and that's how I feel about Coldplay. Not fuck them individually, but fuck their music. Yeah, fuck them.
Going back to Third Eye Blind here, I think what I was talking about. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page here. Blah blah blah. American rock band formed in San Francisco, 1993. Band's first major label record recording contract was Elektra Records in 1996, which was later reported as the largest publishing deal ever for an unsigned.
Damn.
They made some money back in the day. I think they went through, from what I'm reading, they went through a lot of lineup changes over the years. But when they were signed to a record contract, that was the largest deal at the time.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but I really like. So the album that we all know, I think it was self-titled, with Semi-Charmed Life and
I'm Losing the Whole Year and
Jumper.
Cannot Graduate. And all those other bangers.
It has all those big singles on it. So that's a really good album. But the follow-up to that was Blue, and that one's my favorite. And then they have 3 records after that.
Damn. I fell way the fuck off.
Yeah.
I felt smooth the fuck off after Semi-Charmed. No, I did have their next album after that, but I know I barely gave it a listen.
They have self-titled, they have Blue, they have Out of the Vein, which was 2003. The next one wasn't until 2009, which was some feature. And then they released one in 2015, which was Dopamine. And they also have an EP, which was released a year later. But
good for them.
Yeah,
good for them.
That's my choice for underrated, because my argument there is that, the singles are fucking awesome and everything, and we all know the singles, but listen to the albums because they're really good.
I feel you, dog.
All right, let's keep So we did overrated, underrated.
Over and under.
So we're moving off of the music topic, unless you have anything else to say about it.
I've got nothing further to say, sir.
We're going to move to a fuck, marry, kill game, which is always
fun.
Jesus. So fuck, marry, kill. This goes back to grade school when we used to do this shit. So we got 2 fuck, marry, kills here. The first one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck, marry, kill. Okay. You go first, and then I'll rebuttal unless I agree. So the first one, we have DJ Tanner, Kimmy Gibbler, and Uncle Jesse. Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, fuck. Obviously.
There's a twister in there with Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, well, obviously, yes, naturally. And 2, was never a DJ fan. Never a DJ fan. I was a Stephanie fan personally, just saying. So would have never been DJ, would have never been Kimmy Gibbler. Certainly would have been Uncle Jesse's fine ass, though. John Stamos, I'm a heterosexual male, but John Stamos is a beautiful man. And I would have to, I can't even say it, I would have to make relations to John Stamos, passionately, of course. Lots of kissing in the neck region. That sharp jaw, Chuck. I know you're checking him out on Wikipedia right now. And then I would marry DJ because she's wholesome. Then she married Paul Bure, or she married a hockey player, didn't she?
Yeah, she married a hockey player. I think you're right.
But and then obviously kills Kimmy Gibbler's bitch ass. I'd murk that bitch too. She annoyed the fuck out of me as I was a little kid watching TGIF and shit.
Okay, but did you watch any Fuller House?
I made it through like a third of an episode, and I wanted to literally, I was in my house. Unfortunately, it's a ranch style house. It's only one floor. So jumping off my roof wouldn't have done it, but if I could have jumped off a roof right then, I would have done it. That shit was horrid.
Yeah, dude, I didn't make it much further than you there. I think we watched 3 or 4 episodes, and then we were just like, nah, I can't watch this anymore. But,
well, it was a bummer. It really was.
My fuck, marry, kill on that is different than yours. I don't know if I want to say it either. But, I'm going to go ahead and fuck Kimmy Gibbler because she seems like she'd be a really good time. I'm gonna marry Uncle Jesse.
Okay, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing. You got the long term with John Stamos. You got the Kimmy Gibbler, the one who stinks like feet. That bitch definitely stinks like feet too. And then you killed DJ.
I'm gonna marry Uncle Jesse. Okay?
Naturally, no, that seems obvious there.
He seems like a good dude, a faithful companion. I'm gonna go,
faithful, true.
And I'm gonna feel bad about it, but I'm gonna kill DJ. I never was a DJ fan either.
Nah, fuck that bitch.
But yeah, I'm gonna kill DJ.
Do you remember Jesse and the Rippers' breakout hit "Forever"?
Yeah. You remember they redid it on like the first episode of Fuller House.
Oh yeah, I might not have even made it that far into it.
You didn't even make it that far. Yeah, they sang.
I literally got into it. I saw how awful it was. The first laugh track sounded like they were like sad, like they're like, oh fuck, this is sad. And then I got
3 seasons now. They have 3 seasons out on Netflix.
Well, good for them. They deserve it. That was a good. I loved that show when I was a little kid. I was an Olsen twin fan as I got a little bit older because I thought they looked nice. Now they look kind of a little bit like aliens and shit. But yeah, I see what you're doing there. I see your motive. I see you going for Miss Kimmy Gibbler. I get it. So what's the next one?
In Fuller House, the older versions of these people, I don't like Stephanie. Like, I don't like her personality. She seems like she's a fucking whore bag.
Oh Jesus, Lord have mercy.
I don't like
I think she had a little. I think she had a little stint on the old methamphetamine for a while, so she had an unfortunate rough time, I think.
I don't like how her character turned out. I think DJ turned out pretty cool, and she.
Chuck's going deep on Fuller House right now.
Yes, DJ actually looks really good, but I'm telling you, man, she doesn't look as good as Kimmy Gibbler.
Oh Jesus Christ! I'll take your word for it. I really will. What else we got?
So our next fuck, marry, kill, which is
Jesus Christ,
bring us back to the 90s here. Fuck, marry, kill. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson.
Oh, for sure. Oh, okay, so
I think you might agree on this one before you answer.
Okay. Yeah, so I, ever since I can remember, had a visceral distaste for Miss Jessica Simpson. Not that she ever did anything, you know, she seems like a nice enough person. I can't stand to see her. She annoys me. So she would definitely get killed. Sorry, bitch, you out.
Maybe I was.
Sorry, bitch, you out. Yeah, I know she good looking. I get it. Whatever. I can't. You know what? The honest to God truth is, I watched that show a couple times back in the day, and I just can't handle how dumb.
The one on.
So. Yeah, do you remember that show? It was terrible. But I watched it because I thought she was hot, and then I watched a little bit further. But then, so her, Britney Spears, or Christina Aguilera, I would, I don't like these, I don't like, obviously I gotta marry the Pittsburgh girl.
There you go.
Even though I do recall, I may or may not have known someone from her area, and I know it's like a, you know, it's everyone says it in Pittsburgh, but apparently she smelled like hot dogs. She was a stinky girl in high school. I remember someone telling me that. I love that I'm putting this on the internet and on Spotify. But I remember hearing about that. There was someone who was from that area. She grew up in Wexford, Pennsylvania. So yeah, but you know, now to set all that nice stuff, I'm gonna marry her ass, and then I'm gonna make coitus with Britney Spears. But I wanted to be shaved head crazy ass Britney Spears, but with the umbrella, like thought to fuck you up.
You don't get
but
to
got
make
that look in her eye, like maybe I might be interested
you don't
in
get to
shit.
make that
You know,
choice. You take her as she comes.
she's not a girl, and not yet a woman.
So, just so you know, your wife smells like hot dogs. Not TL, but Christina Aguilera.
Oh, like, damn, dude, my wife said tofu dogs. I mean.
My choice on here is not yours at all. I was wrong. Fuck, marry, kill. I'm gonna fuck Christina Aguilera for sure.
Oh.
I apologize.
It just depends on which one you're going for. You're going for like the orange one on The Voice with or you're gonna go with Dirty, like back in the day with that obviously has an STD.
I will gladly take any version.
Fair enough. I feel you.
I am going to marry Jessica Simpson.
Ugh.
And
good luck with that.
I'm going to kill the fuck out of Britney Spears.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Don't do that. I mean, easy on Britney. She had it tough.
No, I'm going to kill the fuck out of her. She's a crazy bitch. But,
no, you leave Britney alone. Remember like that other dude? Remember that pissed off?
Like, yeah, she's dumb as a box of rocks. I get that.
For sure. Who cares? She's sweet. She's sweet.
She seems like it's more like a down-to-earth kind of girl that, you know, we could probably get along better in the long run.
Ugh, okay, man. Better you than me. I killed that bitch.
I got it. I'll take care of that.
Oh, no, I already killed that bitch.
All right, so Ryan has one more question for us. Moving on from that topic.
Yeah, this is why he's a professional podcast person, and we're swimming in his wake. Next question.
Next question. What's a movie that you have never seen that always surprises people when you tell them? Got it. I've seen a lot of movies. What have I not seen?
I'm trying to think of like what the bangers are. You know, like what movies when people talk about cinema, when people talk about not cinema, like I said it like with my pinky up in the air, but
like blockbusters.
Blockbusters. I mean, I've never seen Apocalypse Now. And I've heard that's one of the greatest films of all time. You know, and they say film, so you know it's fucking good when they say that.
I've never seen that either, actually. I don't even know anything about it, really.
It's supposed to be like the best military movie of all time.
Do you know who's in it? Should I look it up?
I believe it's Martin Sheen.
Marty Sheen? Gotta be good.
Marty Sheen, this motherfucker. Marty Sheen is in this TV show, and I'm going to really crudely explain it. And I forget what it's called. But it's Martin Sheen, and it's the dude with the giant eyebrows from Law & Order. And then there's these two women also. But anyway, Marty Sheen be playing the gay dude on this show. And it's pretty awesome. It's a great show. It's fucking hilarious. Him and the big eyebrow guy are a married couple.
Wow, there's I'm looking at the Apocalypse Now Wikipedia page. I'm just looking at the cast, and it seems like a pretty good fucking cast. So yeah, you're right. Martin Sheen.
Yeah, okay, good. I was like, fuck. We're going to have to wait this if I'm wrong.
Martin Sheen, Marlon Brando.
Oh, shit.
The fucking Godfather. Robert Duvall. Frederick Forrest. I don't know who that is. Albert Hall. Sam Jones. Lawrence Fishburne. Most of us know as Morpheus from the Matrix series.
Or the dad on Blackish. That's a really funny Netflix show.
Yeah, that's a good show. We watched Blackish. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne, Dennis Hopper, Harrison Ford, too. Holy hell.
Damn. Okay. So we gotta fly you down here, and we're gonna watch Apocalypse Now, and we're gonna review it.
It gets better. Francis Ford I don't know if you say it, Coppola.
Coppola. It's Coppola.
Coppola, who is I think he's a director for the most part, right?
You think Francis Ford Coppola? Anyway, continue.
And also, not only do we have Martin Sheen, but we have Charlie. We have Charlie Sheen,
Mr. HIV himself. Is that insensitive? Should I not? Is it too soon?
Charlie Sheen.
That was rude. I take that back. But that motherfucker's crazy.
Uncredited as an extra is Charlie Sheen, so he's probably just very brief. But that's I think maybe
he was too busy in the tent with the lady boy.
Maybe we have to check that out because I've never seen it, but that seems like a really good fucking cast.
Yeah, we should probably, when you come down to visit, we should probably watch a shit out of that. Or maybe we can Skype it and watch it at the same time, or watch it and start our TVs at the same time and do some Mystery Science Theater shit. That would be fun.
Alright, so
or not. Fuck you, Chuck.
I'm sorry, I'm just doing some research here.
Let's move on to questions.
That's all the questions. But,
well, good.
I'm looking up the top blockbusters here. AMC has a list of top 100 blockbusters. So we'll go over some of these, make sure we see them all. We've seen Star Wars, of course.
For sure.
Titanic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Empire Strikes Back, Jaws, Return of the Jedi.
Naturally.
E.T.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a good one, Rob. Have you ever seen Gone with the Wind?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. No, I haven't.
That was great.
I know that's a line from it, but I've never seen it. I was going to try to pretend to be like, yeah, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Of course I've seen this, Charlie. I love theater. I love Gone with the Wind. But I've never seen that shit now. I've heard it's good, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really good. I saw it once, probably about, 15 years ago, but it was, it's a great movie for sure. Gone with the Wind. Godfather, Sound of Music.
Mm-hmm.
Grease.
Actually, I don't know that I've ever seen Sound of Music.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've probably had to watch it in a chorus class or a music class or some shit over the years. I just don't recall. Grease is one of my all-time favorites, though.
Okay, but we're looking for something that would surprise people. That was the question. Something that would surprise you. That might not surprise people.
No.
Grease, we've all seen Grease. The Ten Commandments, we all watched that on Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Forrest Gump, yeah. Avatar, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ben-Hur, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I've seen it. It's, I always want to call him, was Ben-Hur, was that Charlton Heston, or was that, it don't matter.
Yeah, it's Charlton Heston, yeah. It has Charlton Heston listed here. I think that was wasn't that a novel, though, Ben-Hur? I think it was Charles Dickens, maybe?
Yeah, sure, it was a Dickens novel,
right,
yeah.
Let's
Fuck yeah, it was a Dickens novel. I love me some Dickens.
There's a lot of good movies on here, but I've seen most of them. Back to the Future, duh. Lawrence of Arabia, you ever seen that?
I believe that was also Charlton Heston, wasn't it? Isn't there like blackface in that one? There's something weird about that movie that's like highly inappropriate.
I don't know.
Or some kind of gnarly like racial disappropriation.
I'm going to stop reading out loud here. Just scroll down this list until I see something that pops out.
I think like as far as like American movies go and shit, I think I've seen like all of the important movies to see. Within.
I have list part 2. I'm just going to scroll down this list and see if anything pops out at me. Sixth Sense, MASH.
Oh, I love MASH. When I was a little kid, I used to wake up in the mornings. I'll never forget. I used to watch it in the morning whenever me and my dad would get ready for school, and my brother and my sister would always be going to school and shit. And my dad would, sometimes my dad would be home, and I remember he'd watch MASH, and then sometimes we'd watch Benny Hill. And I remember even being a little kid and being like, man, that Benny Hill is funny as shit, but that motherfucker's rapey as shit. Chasing around them women, grabbing on their booties and shit, and with the playing in the background, so it makes like rape funny and shit. That show would never fly nowadays. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, I can't really think of. I scrolled down that list, and most of them are like, household name movies. I can't think of anything that I haven't seen that would surprise people. I'm sure there's something, but nothing's popping into my head. Maybe I should have thought about this before we started, but I can't really think of anything. You know what I've never seen? Maybe this would surprise people. I've never seen Scarface.
That would definitely surprise people. Yeah. Why didn't you think of that before? All of that dead air we had right there reading down lists and shit. You never seen Scarface for real?
That wasn't dead air because we were talking.
It might as well have been. Dude, you've never seen Scarface?
No.
All right, so right now we're putting this, make a list, Charlie. We need to watch Apocalypse Now and talk about it. We need to watch Scarface and fucking talk about it.
Writing it down.
Writing it down, Charlie. Because those are I've never seen Apocalypse Now, so which I'm sure that's just as ridiculous as not seeing Scarface, but that's crazy. You never saw Scarface.
No, I haven't. I don't know what to say. I've never seen it. Al Pacino at his best, right?
Yeah. The funny thing is like, I know like a lot of people have like made comments about like how ridiculous his accent is and how like un-Cuban he looks. But it's like recently I was watching like an older Anthony Bourdain show, and he goes to Cuba, and that teeny tiny little island has like every color of people on it. And they're all Cuban, and they all sound like with that thick Cuban accent. So I remember thinking when I was young watching Scarface, thinking like, white ass motherfucker playing Scarface, but he legitimately could have been that complexion coming from there. I always thought of Cubans as like darker complected folks, and I think that's what most people think of. But after watching that show, it's kind of crazy to see that. It's just totally across the spectrum.
Okay, maybe we'll check those movies out before our next recording, and we'll give a review. I'll give a review of Scarface, and you can give a review of Apocalypse Now.
I kind of think I already know how you're going to feel about Scarface, but we'll talk about that afterward. I don't want to put it in your head.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's about time for us to wrap up here.
I'd say that's about it. Yeah.
We're looking at about almost an hour and 20 minutes here, so.
Nice then.
We were planning on going under an hour
Under an hour. We're cutting off.
Maybe keep people interested, but you see, once we get going, you can't stop us. Maybe it's best we don't record but once a year.
We should probably not do it on a day. I have to wake up in like 5 hours.
So you guys can find us on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We have our page set up on there. Go to Facebook, just search for We Hope This Finds You Well with Rob and Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
You can check us out on Twitter. I just started a Twitter account, so there's not much on there, but I got some links up on there. You can follow us on Twitter at Rob and Chuck. You
can also go to our bridal registry at Rob and Chuck as well.
Yes, please do that.
It sounds like a bridal registry or something for our wedding, Chuck.
There's a lot of stuff on our list that we need for our house. I really
mostly duvet covers and also a nice Moscato maybe.
Absolutely.
Continue, Chuck. I'm sorry.
So all episodes will be available hopefully very soon on Spotify, which should be easy access for anybody listening on a mobile device. A lot of people I know use Spotify for music purposes, but they also do have podcasts on there. So we'll let you know when that's available. You can check that out there. We also have a website through our Libsyn account that you can also check the podcast out on. You would just go to WeHopeThisFindsYouWell.Libsyn.com. So WeHopeThisFindsYouWell.Libsyn.com. That's LIBSYN.com. If you want to find us there, that's a pretty good setup on that page. I actually like it a lot. All the episodes are right there for your convenience. We'll post links for all of these, so we'll post links on our Facebook and Twitter so you can find everything easily. That's about all we got, Rob.
Wrapping it up. So we do hope this finds you well. Sincerely, I am Chuck. That's Rob over there. Rob.
Rob, say bye.
Later, guys.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Good night.